Hello, church. Pastor Joey here announcing the topic for next week's sermon: marriage, divorce, and remarriage. Why in the world would we talk about such a controversial subject? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First of all, we're finishing up the book of Genesis in our Through the Bible series. And at the end of every book, we want to do a deep dive into a relevant but difficult subject from that book. And in Genesis chapter 2, God initiates marriage. The second reason is that many churches don't talk about this very often. And I believe that we are under-equipped to know what we're supposed to believe on this. And so with a lack of teaching, Christians don't know whether they have to continue in a marriage that is perhaps abusive or may have other major issues. If they have divorced, they don't know if they're forever living under God's displeasure, especially if they've remarried. And the church is basically without direction on this in many cases. And so, by God's grace, we want to dive into this and try to give a biblical account of marriage, divorce, and remarriage. We'll look at God's example of how he married his people. We'll look at a whole bunch of verses that have to do with this. And we will see, I believe, what God teaches on this important subject. And so come with your Bible open next week. We may take a week on it. We may take 2 weeks on it. But we want to learn the whole counsel of God and understand what God expects of us in our marriages and especially in the cases of a broken marriage. And so come next week. Let's learn together. God bless you all.